Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happening Show today. This on a Friday, and on this Friday's Cricket Happening Show, your host Ram, along with you, is going to look at the 50-second match that happened in the IPL. As I said, the IPL is an open book right now because it's a cat and mouse game going on. Because today we had a very exciting match which actually Delhi Daredevils actually playing their 13th game. As you know, all the teams have played their 13th game, and in the 13th game, they went on to have a last ball victory with Karun Nair being the chief architect of the Delhi Daredevils victory. As with the last ball of the match, Karun Nair hit a boundary to clinch things, and he closed the match for the Delhi Devils. So Delhi Devils winning in Sunrisers Hyderabad. But as far as just going and looking at the points table, as I said in the IPL, it's right now a cat and mouse game. All the teams have played 13 matches. The standings are like this: Sunrisers Hyderabad and Gujarat Lions have 16 points each. Royal Challengers Bangalore, Kolkata Knight Riders, Mumbai Indians, and Delhi Daredevils are all placed on 14 points now. So it's a real rat race. It's a cat and mouse game going on. It's an open book, I would say. And we have to see as to which team is going to clinch the spot. So this IPL is getting as exciting as ever, I would say. So that is something which I'll be talking about. So basically, we'll be looking at this match, the 50-second match in the IPL, which happened between the Delhi Daredevils and the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Karun Nair played a wonderful game and showed everybody that it's not about big hitting in T20, but it's also about the skills that you have, where you can still keep the scoreboard moving with your finesse, with your skill, and with your dexterity, and that's what he precisely did. He waited till the end to really explode into action, and he finally got the win for Delhi Daredevils, and that's what really matters in the end, or mattered in the end. Well, and the other match, well, this is the international match, day 2. Yesterday, after Sri Lanka did a very good job with the ball, having this England batting on the rack. Today, England continued. Barstow went on to register his second Test century, and England made 298 all out. But the Sri Lankan batting did not have any answer. This young and inexperienced bunch had no answer. Barring Angelo Matthews was the highest score with 34. Folded up for 91 to the swing and seam of James Anderson and Stuart Broad, who took 9 wickets between them to floor the Sri Lankans to 91 all out. And Alistair Cook actually enforced the follow on with 207 runs in arrears. And Sri Lanka, because of rain, the match was stopped in the middle, and Sri Lanka were just played 2 balls. They were 1 without loss with an extra getting there. So that is something. So definitely the Sri Lankan batting really struggled big time. We'll come back to that. But first, I think I would rather start off with the Sri Lanka, because always let's start off with the international fixture. So let's get into the England-Sri Lanka match. So England and Sri Lanka today, Jonathan Bairstow and Alex Hales resuming their innings. Slowly started pushing the score along. Their partnership went on to 224 with Bairstow playing strokes, and also Alex Hales continuing in the same fashion in the grinding way that he was playing yesterday. They all carried things till the score reached 224. So that was a good partnership. It was basically it's 141 run bunny, but a very useful partnership for England there. And this partnership was going on, and then we suddenly saw that there was Rangana Herath was the one who actually provided, I would say, stopped this partnership which was going on as Rangana Herath picked up his first wicket by getting the wicket of Alex Hales, caught by Chamira for 86 with 12 fours. But very unfortunate, Alex Hales could not reach his century, but nevertheless Alex Hales should be very happy with this effort, no doubt about it. Jonathan Bairstow continued on in the same vein, and suddenly we saw a clatter of wickets. Dushmanta Chamira showing that he has some brisk pace started bowling in the right areas, and what he did is he actually picked up the wicket of Moeen Ali for duck, and he also dismissed Stuart Broad by cleaning up his stumps for two. So suddenly it was 233 for 8, and then Stephen Finn came in and resisted well to give the much needed support that Jonathan Bairstow needed for him to reach his second Test century. And Jonathan Bairstow definitely played with a lot of maturity there. He understood that he was the one who was to stay there. Finn was giving him good company, so Jonathan Bairstow could actually bide his time, and he was looking out for the loose deliveries to score strokes on. As this partnership, it was a good partnership. From 233 for 8, the score went on to 289. So basically, it was another 56-run partnership thanks to Stephen Finn providing some very good resistance. And then finally, Jonathan Bairstow, after making a very good knock of 140 runs with 13 fours and 1 6, had to depart. Dushmanta Chamira was the bowler today, picked up the wicket. Shanaka also bowled, but Shanaka could not get amongst the wickets today. And then once Anderson came in, Stephen Finn tried to hoik Herath into the stands and missed the line of the ball, and Chandimal actually stumped him easily for 17 with 3 boundaries. Anderson was not out on 1, and thus the England innings coming to an end with England being all out for 298. The bowling, well, Lanka 19-4, 68-1, Pradeep 19-7, 56-1, Matthews 11 overs 2 minutes, none for 31. Shamira was the one who was amongst the wickets today, and as I said, even though he did he leaked some runs, but the thing was that he was actually picking up the wickets with his brisk pace. 17 overs, no maiden, 3 for 64. Shanaka bowled 4 more overs, but today he was not amongst the wickets. His 4 overs cost him 16, and he stayed at 3 for 46. Rangana Herath got amongst the wickets today, 11.3 overs, no maiden, 2 for 25. And now it was the turn of the Sri Lankans to get down and play the Englishmen. And this was something, is going to be a real test. As I said, the ball was seaming about beautifully, and the skies was definitely overcast. And once again, now it was the turn of the England bowlers, and James Anderson and Stuart Broad completely, I would say, they decimated the Lankans by taking 9 wickets between them. Look at the bowling figures. James Anderson, 11.4 overs, 6 maidens, 16 runs and 5 wickets, bowled superbly, got the ball to move away beautifully. Stuart Broad is another 10 overs, 1 maiden, 21 runs and 4 wickets, and both shared the spoils. And Ben Stokes 7 overs, 2 minutes, 1 for 25. Vince bowled 1 over, then for 10 runs, and Stephen Finn 7 overs, none for 19. So these were the bowlers who were used, and Sri Lanka had no answer. They struggled big time. It all started with Broad actually getting the first wicket when he picked up the wicket of Karunaratne, and also it was a very good match for Jonathan Bairstow behind the sticks too. After the century, he picked up 5 scalps today, which was good to see. So Karunaratne was the first to go, caught by Bairstow, the bowling of Broad for naught. So that was wicket number 1. After that, the one that dismissed Kushal Mendis, the next person to be dismissed was Kaushal Silva. Now Kaushal Silva got a ball from Anderson, which actually reared up at him, and it ended up with Bairstow taking the catch. He was gone for 11 with 1 boundary. Kushal Mendis was the only one who probably got a very good delivery, and we can say it was the bowler's wicket, no doubt about it, because Mendis was really got a very good delivery, and Mendis ended up edging it into the hands of the Bairstow behind the sticks. He was gone for naught, and Sri Lanka were 12 for 3. After that, we saw the experienced captain Angelo Matthews staying there and resisting them well, and also taking the attack to the English bowlers by hitting a few boundaries. At the other end, Dinesh Chandimal also hit a few boundaries, and as this was going on, they definitely needed a big partnership, and we all one knew that this was a very crucial pair. But unfortunately, that was not the case, as Ben Stokes was inducted into the bowling, and Ben Stokes produced a very good delivery, one thought, which ended up with Vince picking up the catches. You know, Chandimal is one who is not a one who can really stay at the crease for a long time, and one definitely saw he was getting a bit impatient as the strokes were not getting on, and he was not getting value for money, and he attempting a drive at a ball from Stokes ended it in the hands of Vince, and he was gone for 15 with 3 boundaries. So that made it 43 for 4, and then Matthews was the only one there, but Tirimani came in. Tirimani definitely, he definitely gave a bit of company to Matthews, but the problem for Tirimani was he was not, he definitely hit boundaries, but he could not carry on as Broad actually picked up his wicket for 22 with 5 boundaries. So that was the end of in fact, Tirimani, it was not Tirimani actually. After Chandimal was out, his other partner, Angelo Matthews, the captain, was gone as Anderson got a ball with jagged in and trapped Angelo Matthews, LBW, for 34 with 6 boundaries. Shanaka, Dasun Shanaka, who did well with the ball, could not do anything with the bat today. He was out for the very first delivery. After the dismissal of Matthews, that was the 27th over, and when the 28th over started, it was Anderson in charge of operations. And Anderson, what he did is he actually came in and because one over was bowled in between by Broad. After that, Anderson picked up the wicket of Shanaka, caught behind for duck. Rangana Herath was a victim of Anderson for 1. Chamira fell to Broad for 2. Eranga was a victim of Anderson. That left Tirimani, who was trying to guard the fort, but unfortunately, with no support coming in, Tirimani had to really get on to some stroke making, and the process he fell a victim to the bowling of Broad for 22. As I said, the ball was moving about beautifully, and I thought and Anderson en route to taking those 5 wickets today, he went past the Indian. Former Indian pace bowler Kapil Dev's figures of 434 wickets. So there's only Courtney Walsh and Glenn McGrath now who are ahead of James Anderson. So James Anderson stands third in the pantheon of pace bowlers, who have taken more than 400 wickets. So now, as I said, there's only Courtney Walsh and Glenn McGrath who are before him. So James Anderson is placed third in the world as far as wickets are concerned. So, and he truly deserved it. So 91 all out, and I've already talked about the bowling figures. So that was a 207 runs lead. And Sri Lanka, as I said, in the second innings, when stumps were drawn for the day, with Anderson bowling just 2 deliveries and rain coming in and stopping play, with both the openers, Karunaratne and Kaushal Silva, not out on not, and 1 extra, 1 for no loss. They have a long, hard work to do, no doubt about it. But it will be interesting to see whether Sri Lanka learned some lessons in the first innings, so that they could actually not repeat those errors and try to come up with a good strategy. Probably they will have time today. They could actually sit down with Angelo Matthews, the captain of Sri Lanka, the coach, and probably tomorrow we might, one hopes that Sri Lanka could put up a better performance, or else if that's not going to be the case, then I'm afraid to say that probably we might have an end to the match tomorrow itself if Sri Lanka are not able to really get on and put a better performance than what they did today. But that is something that is going to be seen tomorrow, and we will have to wait for that to happen. So let's leave from the Headingley in Leeds right now and head towards India, and we are going into the IPL now. As I said, the IPL match, which was a crucial match too for Delhi Daredevils, no doubt about it. And Delhi Daredevils Sunrisers Hyderabad played at the Shahid Veer Narayan Singh International Stadium in Raipur. The toss was won by Delhi Daredevils, and Delhi Daredevils, the start was not good. In fact, it was a very good piece of fielding by. In fact, they lost. I wouldn't say the start was not good, but what I wanted to say is that David Warner and Shikhar Dhawan. David Warner started off in electric fashion as Zahir Khan and Jay Yadav, the off-spinner, was pummeled for boundaries, and Warner was looking very severe indeed. He was hitting boundaries at will. At the other end, Dhawan was very sedate, but then the first wicket to go was Shikhar Dhawan, when Brathwaite, with some very good piece of fielding, where Dhawan actually tried to actually played the ball on the onside, and Brathwaite actually had time to actually transfer his weight, where he actually transferred the ball from one hand to the other hand, and actually threw down the stumps. And that was a very good piece of fielding. Athletic Brathwaite, one could say. 10 of 8 balls, 2 fours. He was into the pavilion. After that, we saw another good piece of fielding where Deepak Hooda was run out by Mishra for one. That was another good piece of fielding. So Delhi Daredevils, the fielding was absolutely top notch, but David Warner at the other end was really scoring runs at a very quick clip. After that, we saw Yuvraj Singh walk in, and he lost his stumps to Brathwaite for 10 of 11 balls with 1-4. But David Warner was still going strong at that stage. 66 for 3 when Yuvraj Singh departed. After that, Moises Enriquez was a victim of the bowling of Duminy for 18 of 13 balls with 2 fours, which made it 105 for 4 in the 14th over. And then Warner, who was really, as I said, he was scoring runs at a very good clip, finally fell a victim, as Brathwaite was the one who picked up that important wicket, as Warner was looking in a very punishing mood today. But Warner's wicket was clipped by Brathwaite for 73 of 56 deliveries, 8 fours and 1 6. A beautiful knock from David Warner, and Warner continuing his very consistent form in the IPL. After that, Morgan and then every bowler were taken for runs today. We got Morgan then out for 14 with 1 6 of 10 balls with him of Coulter Isle. And at the end, it was Namanoja with unbeaten 16 of 14 balls with 1 6. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar run out for 13 of 7 balls with 2 fours, and the Delhi and the Sunrisers Hyderabad went to a score of 158 for 7 of their 20 overs. The bowling, let's have a look at the bowling. The bowling really got a bit of a tap. Zahir Khan 4 overs went for 26. Yadav, the off spinner, 4 overs carted for 37. It was all thanks to David Warner in a very punitive mood. Nathan Coulter 4 overs 1 for 36 was also slammed a lot. Brathwaite 4 overs 2 for 27. I thought he bowled a good spell and also fielded very well. Amit Mishra 3 overs none for 21 could not make any impression, and Duminy 1 for 9. Now it was the turn for the Delhi Daredevils to chase a target of 158, 159, and that to at 7.9 runs per over. It all didn't start off very well for the Delhi Daredevils, as it was Barinder Shran. As you know, Sunrisers Hyderabad already crippled by the absence of Ashish Nehra, who has been bowling very well for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, picking up wickets and also blocking the runs. But today it was Barinder Shran who was actually taking on the burden with the absence of Ashish Nehra, but he did not disappoint. He picked up a big wicket, and the most important wicket of that, and that was of Quinton de Kock, caught by Oja for 2. So that was wicket number 1, 9 for 1 in the second over. After that, we saw, once de Kock was gone, we definitely saw that Delhi Daredevils recovered very quickly through the batting of Karun Nair, who was playing in a very sensible manner, but also making sure that the runs were coming, not attempting any big strokes, but scoring off the loose balls. At the other end, the one who was scoring was Pant. Pant was also not really slamming the ball. He was also really knowing that they could settle down with only 158-59 to get. So they definitely had to take their time a bit. They did that, and then slowly they started opening out started playing strokes, very good strokes. But then finally, as this partnership, which was helping Delhi Daredevils recover, and definitely helped them recover in a big way after I would say adding 73 good runs, and that was the time we saw Rishabh Pant being dismissed for run out for 32 of 26 balls with 3 4. So that made it 82 for 2. And then Karun Nair was at the crease. He was looking very confident. I mean, he was the one who was looking very confident, and he was stroking the ball cleanly and crisply as Duminy came in. And Duminy came in. Duminy contributed 17 runs of 15 balls with 1 4, and he was a goner. And then the equation and that was 117 for 3 when Dumini departed. So that was in the 17th over. So there were four more, I would say, um, 23 balls left, and they required 41 runs. But Karun Nair was simply well entrenched at the crease, and that big hitter, the all-rounder, the very famous all-rounder now, Craig Brathwaite, was in the middle. And Craig Brathwaite hit two boundaries, and then let's see. Then I'm going to take you down to the excitement as to what happened and how the match finished in a last ball victory. So that was the so basically the equation after the end of 18 overs was Delhi Daredevils required another 12 runs for victory. Brathwaite was the man, and Mustafizur Rahman had an over up his sleeve. So 16 runs were required of the last 12 balls. Mustafizur Rahman was bowling, and Mustafizur Rahman, the first ball, he didn't give any runs to Brathwaite, but Mustafizur Rahman, the second delivery, he bowled Brathwaite. It was basically an off cutter, which actually Brathwaite did not time it properly. He got a thick outside edge, and the ball flew down to the third man boundary. And what a catch from Barinder Shah there at the third man. He leapt full length with both hands and pulled off a real stunner, and this could probably go down as one of the great catches in the IPL. What a catch that was. And when as I said, Karun Nair was looking pretty confident at the crease, and what a catch was taken, and that too in the over of Mustafizur Rahman. And as I said, the wicket definitely belonged to Barinder Shah because of that stupendous catch that he took. And after that, Mustafizur Rahman completed the over. It was Sanju Samson who joined Nair, and that over was completed with only 5 runs given away and also a wicket. And now with Mustafizur Rahman bowling a very good penultimate over, where he conceded 5 runs and picked up a wicket. Now that was the end of over 19, and now everyone were set for the final over that was being bowled. The final over was given to Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, and let's see what happens. So it was 11 runs were required of the final 6 balls. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar bowled the first delivery to Sanju Samson, and he got a couple of runs by he pulled it past the square leg region as Samson got 2 runs. And the next delivery, Samson got a leg by, and now there were 3 runs were taken. So now it was only 8 runs more for victory. And Bhuvaneshwar Kumar bowled to Nair, which was good to see because he was the one who would have probably seen the ball like a real football. He was a Yorker length delivery, and definitely Nair was surprised there, and he actually managed to play to the point region, and he went across for a single. So that made it 6 runs of the 6 runs of the next 3 balls remaining, and it was Samson on strike. Now Samson once again trying to flick, got it on the pads, but quickly scampered across for a leg by, and now the equation was coming up. There were only 2 balls required, and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar was doing a good job with 11 runs required of the final over. He had given away only 5 runs in 4 balls. So basically now there was 6 runs to get, and 6 runs has to be gotten in 2 balls. And let's see what happens. Now Nair was on strike, and this was actually Warner was having a big chat with the Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. He brought the mid-off a bit closer, probably trying to stop he was trying to stop Karun Nair from actually going over the top. But Bhuvaneshwar Kumar bowled the 5th delivery. It was a very quick delivery from Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, but Nair was pretty equal to it, as he he bowled in the right way, and Nair actually played the ball through the mid-off region, which was brought a bit ahead, and it was David Warner trying to reach it, but he could not get to it. He just got a fingertips to it, and the ball eluded him and raced to the boundary. So now it was only 2 runs to get, and it was the final delivery, and all eyes were on the stadium in Raipur was on Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and Karun Nair's bat, as Warner now made certain changes, and now it was all ready, and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar was going to deliver the final delivery, and now the equation was 1 run would equal things, and it would be a super over. 2 runs will be victory for the Delhi Daredevils. In comes Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, running past umpire, bowls to Nair, and Nair has hit it for a boundary. He has actually slammed the delivery through the mid-on region. It was a back of a length delivery on the middle stump, and in fact Nair actually slammed it through the wide mid-on boundary. Once more Warner was in the picture. He tried his best to actually, he dived and tried to stop the ball, but well, Warner couldn't reach there, and it's all over. What a victory for the Delhi Daredevils. Of the last ball of the 20th over, Karun Nair giving Delhi Daredevils a very, very good victory, and a very much needed victory. And what a way to get it. Of the final ball of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, he cracks it for a boundary, and what a knock from Karun Nair. Take a bow, Karun Nair. And Karun Nair himself said that this was the best knock that he had played in the IPL. What a knock that was. As I said, initially he did not do any big hitting. He was playing in a very matured and a sensible manner, and when the time really came to really show, he started, and he used lots of finesse to actually play his strokes. What a knock from Karun Nair, the man of the match, not out on 83 of just 59 deliveries, 8 fours and 3 sixes. Samson not out on 3, 161 for 4. Delhi Daredevils getting the points, and Sunrisers and beating the Sunrisers Hyderabad today by 6 wickets. The bowling, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, 4 overs cost him 33. Shran, 4 overs 2 for 34. Mustafizur Rahman, as usual, making his presence felt. 4 overs 1 for 24. Enriquez, 2 overs for 18. Huda, 2 overs for 16. Karan Sharma was costly, 3 overs for 25. Yuvraj Singh, 1 over no million, none for 7. So this is as far as this particular match is concerned. And Delhi Daredevils, of the last ball, Karun Nair hitting the boundary and clinching things for the Delhi Daredevils in a wonderful manner. And so as I said, I've already talked to you about the points table. It's getting as interesting as it can be. Well, I'm just going to see whether it's possible for me to really see which are the teams which are clashing tomorrow. What an interesting, IPL 2016 is getting very exciting. From now on, each and every match, according to me, which is going to be played, is going to have immense importance, according to me. So I'm just trying to see, but probably right now I would rather stop it here as far as the Cricket Happening Show is concerned, by saying thank you to all dear friends and subscribers for hearing this